If you are someone who is always on go mode, who consistently pushing themselves, and maybe even thinks that rest is laziness, who needs a reason to slow down, this video is for you. My name is Jasmine Carolina, and this is what the first time tracking my metrics actually taught me about myself. Last week, I had one of those days. I'm a waitress, and I spend a lot of time on my feet. It's a physically demanding job, and some of those shifts are really long. And after work, I decided to go to the gym and push myself because that's just who I am. I'm just always wanting to be productive and exerting myself to the fullest capacity. And that night, I did not sleep the way I needed to. I woke up early, my body was heavy, and the moment that my alarm went off, I already felt it in my body. Immediately after, I looked at my Whoop, and it's like it read me so well. My recovery was low, and I didn't feel defeated. I felt more like seen. And it's like for the first time, there was something outside of me confirming what I felt inside. And that is the moment that I realized that this is not just a fitness device, it's a self-awareness device. Here's what I didn't do. I didn't spiral. I didn't let the number define me. I didn't cancel my plans. I modified. I was able to look at my score, recognize the data. I pivoted and listened to my body, because the most high-performing thing that I could have done for myself is honor my body for longevity, and ensuring that recovery is as equally as important as implementing strength and increasing my heart rate. And that's what Whoop showed me over time. It showed me that a low score does not mean it's a failure. It's your body asking for something, and the question is whether or not you're willing to listen. Now here is where it gets interesting. The AI coach that is embedded within the app, it knows me. In the mornings when I look at it, it reads my metrics and tells me the kind of day that is optimal for me to have, based on how I slept, based on the kind of strain I had the day before, the kind of sleep I had, and what my body is really looking for in order to sustain itself and continue functioning at the most optimal level. And one of my favorite things is that it also tells you what workout is optimal for you to have and the level of intensity. It tells you the zones to work out at. And that is just like everything for me. As an athlete, somebody who consistently works out and strives to continually improve, seeing those kind of metrics it makes me so satisfied. And especially being a woman, it even tells me where I am in my cycle and what my energy levels look like, what my hormones look like for that day. And that is huge as a woman, being able to see those metrics and navigate my day based on what is actually going on in my body. Now, once you start tracking, there is this temptation of letting the score run your mood. And sometimes you see a low score and you're suddenly defeated before the day even begins. And that is not what the data is for. And the biggest thing that I had to learn was to take this data as information, not as a verdict. The habit journal within the app is what has helped me with this. It reinforced the things that I was already doing right. So even on a low score day, I was able to take a look at my journal and see that I'm still showing up. I'm still building something. I'm still checking off the boxes that I intended for. And that is the biggest way you can continue to build resilience. And some days, the most powerful thing that Whoop does is remind you that you are stronger than one bad night of sleep. Just because you have a low score doesn't mean you're defeated and it's going to ruin your entire day before it even begins. After having this and recognizing the pattern that my mind was making, I had to reframe it and take the data as information, not as a verdict, not as a write-off to just sabotage my entire day. And now to be clear with you, I got the Whoop knowing that I was going to get the Aura Ring next. I did it because I wanted to understand what tracking felt like before I started to even compare a device. And what I didn't expect was how much Whoop was teaching me before I even got there, before I even started to compare devices. It taught me so much more about myself than just simple metrics on a screen. And if you have been curious to start tracking your data, your sleep, your recovery, your hormones, I hope that this gave you a reason to start. Not because of the device, but because of what the data shows you about yourself. Now go out there and be the person your future self will thank you for. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.